WBA, where's the amateur boxing title? Boxing belts. Here's where I'm about to get crazy on this subject. Ever since the pro titles have went to the amateur so they can feel like what it means to be a amateur boxing champion who holds pro hero world title belts, it got me thinking. I have found out. And there's the question. Where are the WBA amateur boxing titles? Now you're thinking, okay, so what you trying to say this time, Chris? What do you mean what I'm trying to say this time? I'm trying to help y'all understand the question. The amateur boxing world is something you cannot comprehend. That's right, you heard me. The amateur boxing world you still cannot comprehend. You know why I say that? I say that with precision, visionary, being a vision of what the future can hold. Now you thinking, so what you trying to say? I'm saying that if you have an amateur boxing title that resembles a pro title belt and you're giving out to amateurs, you're saying, hey, guess what, buddy? We're gonna make your dream come true. Really? I mean, for instance, boxing tournaments, amateur boxing tournaments. If you see two boxers going at it in a tournament to see who goes on to the next round, all we're leading up to the finals of a championship fight, you're actually leading a gold. Where in those fights, you think a tournament can give you two things. One, medals. Bronze, silver, gold. I like you saying, hey, guess what? That's your rank right there. 1, 2, 3, bronze, silver, gold. That's the rank. No, it's not. Same thing with trophies. Let's say, hey, buddy, guess what? You're a champion. All right, all right, all right. But you know what? Here's something that really gets me. No lie. No lie. No lie. I ain't gonna sit up here and say, man, what you doing, man? Stop taking up our time. No, I'm not taking up your time. I'm trying to explain to you that when it comes to organizations that, do boxing tournaments, what they need to handle out is belts. Especially ones like the WBA of future champions or the future WBA champion tournament. I mean, don't you want to be an amateur boxer who holds the belts that the pro legends have held throughout the years? For instance, like Mike Tyson, WBC, WBA, IBF. In more ways you look at it, it's like you're telling people, am I almost there? Am I not reached the pinnacle of the world boxing world? Because see, as an amateur boxer, that's saying that you're the king. You're the boxing king. That means you're standing on same level at boxing kings, man. No lie. Jack Dempsey, Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali. Because one, there are two tournaments, two organizations that establish this: the WBC Amateurs and King of the Ring. We established similar belts that said held by pros. The WBCA, the WBC Challenge, now turned to WBC Lead, the term WBC Tournament. King of the Ring, same thing. And if you're holding this after those tournaments, that means you're standing on the same level as the pros who hold this. And that ain't no lie. No, there ain't no lie. Okay? Okay. Because one, holding these belts right here, saying you almost there as a pro. You're standing right there on the same level as a pro. Now you're thinking, bro, that's stupid. That sounds stupid, bro. I mean, come on, think about it. Do you not see what these belts look like on amateur boxers these days? It's like stating the fact that you acknowledging a amateur boxer's worth. Because they synced, their skin was synced. And then this is where this comes in. WBA's future of WBA champions. Where are the amateur boxing titles? So let me go ahead and tell you this. For this competition, you're an amateur boxer. You're fighting under the banner of the World Boxing Association. And when you're doing that, it's like you pleading the fact that you don't know what belt design they're gonna use. I mean, come on, they got belts that have similar designs to their version of the pro belts, like say the Triple Crown belt. The future of WBA champions. See, I did this thing called a Google Lens while looking at this belt. Now, in your mind, you're like, dude, why would you do something like that? Because I want to prove something to you. I did the Google Lens. And you know what turned up in the Google Lens search? The exact same designs as the WBA title belts. Now, let me say this. Board members, organizers, chairmen, wherever you put it, do not, and I repeat it, do not go off on the person who created this belt. Because, see, this proved the fact that you could team up and say, hey, guess what? We're setting up a tournament, fight for the belt. Because one, just like they did with title boxing, the Triple Crown belt is made by another organization. Cause see, it says title boxing world boxing champion title belt. What does it look like? The WBC title. And you know what? I had watched this not long ago. Let's say last year, really. And it says a WBA Future Amateur Boxing Elite, Mexico City. And as I'm looking at this, I see these two guys going at it, throwing blows for blows, shots for shots. It boggles the mind how I'm explaining this to y'all. Really, it is. Really, it is. I ain't gonna lie. It really boggles the mind. Cause see, in the end, there's gonna be one person with their hands raised. No cap, no lie. But you know what though? At the end of this fight, you know was not rewarded? A belt. That's right, an amateur boxing belt that resembles this fight, this competition. What boxing association? What y'all doing really? WBC and IBF is leaving y'all in the dust. Cause one, like the pros who wears that belt with pride and passion. It could be the same done in the same way as amateur boxers. So let me ask y'all a question. Are y'all ready to see amateur boxers wear the same belt as WBA pro boxers? I mean, we already have IBF. We already have WBC. Let's go ahead and complete the set with the WBA. Tell me. I'm ready to know. With that being said, I'm your boy Chris Blackthorn Harris. When it comes to knowing my boxing style, I always not guard my grill.